Hey, it's Webs here with a new Hearthstone video, this time covering the last class that actually got buffed up recently, Paladin. For Paladin, we are going to be looking at Questline Paladin because it's a deck I've been wanting to revisit for quite a while now, and now that there has been a lot of new support and some powerful endgame strategies in the form of Sire Denathrius, I figured this would be the best opportunity to do so. For this deck, I am running 40 cards just so we can actually have some later game cards in the deck and not only rely on our one cost cards. There could be an argument actually made to have Lady Prestor in here instead of Sire Denathrius, just so you can actually transform all your one cost minions into big dragons, but I do like this way a lot better. And when it comes to some important combinations that you can actually do with this deck that you might need to watch out for, Holy Mackerel and Sinful Sous Chef are two cards that you can actually use to count as watch out for. Holy Mackerel, Sous Chef, and Light Ray can actually all be really good cards to trigger your questline steps. Sous Chef can actually give you the recruits, which will then allow you to actually use each recruit for a different step. Same thing with Holy Mackerel, depending on what the order you actually play with. For the Mulligan guide of the deck, you basically are looking for any one cost card that isn't Holy Mackerel. This card doesn't actually do anything for you early game, and all the other ones do something. You also are looking for cards like City Tax and Equalize if you are going to be facing against a deck that is going to have a wide board, and this is an easy way to actually board clear, while also cycling through your deck if you don't absolutely need it with City Tax. Alliance Bannerman and Famished Fool are also really good cards to keep in your open hand, mainly due to the fact that both of these will allow you to draw through your deck a little bit quicker. And finally, Stand Against the Darkness can be, in theory, pretty good if you are facing against something like Imp Warlock, where you can actually just use each individual recruit to slam into your opponent's imps. Or if you do have a Warhorse Trainer in your starting hand, then you can actually just have a big wall of taunts that your opponent will have to slam into themselves. With that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, time for a game against Warlock. Actually might keep everything here. Famished Fool we're going to keep just because it can easily get infused pretty quickly. I'm assuming they are probably Imp Warlock. I could be wrong. 40 cards might be cursed too. We're going to coin out a Trog just to be safe. If it's Imp, then we're not really doing this for any good reason. But if it isn't Imp, then coining out a Trog could prevent them from doing something early on. I'm going to put down the Peasant and the Knight of Atonement. This will get our first step completed on turn 2, which is pretty nice. Bless Good is a pretty good top deck. Okay, so it looks like they're probably going to be combo. If they're running a card like that, I don't think any other Warlock deck runs that card, to be honest. We can use Bless Goods to see what we can get. Righteous Protector is probably the best bet. Avenge could also be, in theory, pretty good because we do have a way to easily trigger it, even if they do kill our minion. I also probably should have attacked the minion with our hero instead of the minion with another minion, but oh well. Hopefully they don't have any type of AoE board clear. Kill our Peasant, which is fine. Gives us a 4-3. Oh, Promotion's interesting. It doesn't really do anything right now. We can use the Bridge here just to set it up for next turn, so we can guarantee have 2 minions. Okay, so they are Curse. Okay, so it's our turn. We can instantly use our hero power because why not? Let's put down Prince Renathal 2 just to put some more bodies on board. Not worrying too much about the curse right now. It is low enough, so it's not going to tick for that much. Red Glitch is not something I wanted to see yet. It does get rid of their own taunt, which is nice. But it does get rid of both of our recruits, which is a little bit worse. We do have the Fool that's actually infused all the way, so we can actually draw a few cards if we really feel like it. But I'm going to use our hero power instead. Put down the Bannerman, get another high cost minion, so we can't even finish that. We're going to go face, kill the minion, pass turn. Okay, so they cleared out our board, which is fine. We do have the 2 fools, which is really nice. Oh, if we have another Paladin card, we can actually use the Light Ray to finish our quest line. We don't have a 1-cost card, so that kind of sucks. Okay, so they're gonna attack into our fool. I'm assuming they probably have... Oh, that is not something I want to deal with. We do have a way to deal with it with the city tax and equality. There's a Light Ray, so we have number 2. We can actually play both. This will complete our quest line or get pretty close to it. Use promotion on our 1/1, and then we can just go face. Down the second Light Ray, and then probably hero power once again. Okay, drag below. Just going to feed into the Sire right now, I guess. Here's the Knoll, Mistress of Mixtures, down the Peasant, completes our quest line, gets us, what, 6 more damage on board right now. Though we are probably going to kill out some of their minions just to be safe. Then summon 2 more, because why not? Sire is getting bigger and bigger, so that's pretty nice. I am worried about them going full combo, though. That means we could, in theory, lose. Okay, they're just going to get some imps here, heal themselves up a little bit, heal us up a little bit. Draw 2 because of impending. I still don't get why that card was printed. In the exact same set that card's printed, Conqueror's Banner is printed in another class. It makes no sense. They're so not equal to each other that it isn't even funny. Just going to use Stand Against Darkness. Draw 3, might as well. See what we can get. Holy Mackerel, pretty nice. That would have been really nice. 1 card earlier. Probably should have swapped around the order of the Fool and our Darkness, but oh well. I'm assuming they probably have a Abyssal Wave. There is the Abyssal Wave. Gets rid of some of our minions. We're still missing Sire, or not Sire, Kale and Bran for full combo. There's the Iron Deep Trog. We can put down the Infused Biggin. Going to heal up a little bit, just to heal up. Be safe. Use our hero power, and now we have a board back again. So they do have the Queen of Jara. We are going to have to finish them off pretty quickly here. We do have 24 damage on the Sire, which is actually pretty good. What would be nice is top decking Kale. No, we still can kill through that now. Okay, Floatball and Evil doesn't do much here, because they don't have any mana to repeat it. Warhorse Trainer is pretty funny. We can use City Tax, get rid of the entire board. Down the 2 Warhorse Trainers, that puts us at 9 9s. We are within lethal range of Sire. It really depends if they have full combo. Okay, it does look like they have full combo. In theory, depends if it's full curse combo or just full combo. I am so glad I made the decision to heal up, because this could have been disastrous. Because I think no matter what, as long as we survive, which we're going to take like 32 points of damage right here, I think we have enough. Yeah, 31 damage on the Sire. That's actually probably one of the biggest Sires I've ever done. Okay, time for a game against Paladin. Let's see what this actually is. It could be pure, it could be on our Questline Paladin. Let's see. Going to Mulligan away the Fool and Light Ray, getting 2 1-cost minions, which is pretty good. We can actually coin out the Sous Chef if we really feel like it. And that's actually probably what we're going to do since we are going second. We're going to get additional HP. Let's see what they actually are. Oh shit, it's actually an our Questline Paladin deck. That deck is being a little bit more popular. We're going to coin out the Sous Chef. Going to try to let them kill it this turn if they have a way to do it. They bless goods, which gets them probably a secret, I'd assume. Yep, okay. Just going to be putting down on the Righteous Protector. Attack their face, which does kill our minion, because it is a noble sacrifice, which is pretty good for us. We can then, well, we did trade in our city tax, so that doesn't actually do what I wanted it to do. We could have used the light hand recruit, or the silver hand recruit, instead of trading it in. Sometimes I'm a little bit too quick on the trade in. I should have waited to see what type of secret it is. Great Hall, that's a card that I don't actually run in this deck, just because it didn't feel like it was strong enough. This will trigger our questline reward. Then we are going to put down our peasant and a recruit. This gets us one step closer. Okay, so we're going to use Holy Mackerel Roll to heal themselves up a little bit, trigger the first step of their quest line. Put down a sous chef, using another mackerel roll, and I'm assuming playing another 1 cost card. Maybe changing this to a 3/3. That's actually perfectly fine. We don't really care too much about that. We're going to heal up a little bit. Okay, Bran is pretty good. There's the sous chef number 2. We can use promotion, triggers that part of the quest line, down the sous chef. Summon 2, why not? Go face with everything here. So unless they have some type of board clear, we should be fine. With a 30 card version of this deck, I don't think they're going to be running any type of board clear, to be honest. Yeah, so they're done with 2 steps of their quest line. Killed our 4/4, which is fine. I don't really matter too much about that. Equality's kind of funny. Stewart the Stewart is probably the only thing that's actually reasonable to do here. We can kill 2 of their recruits just to kill the recruits. Then summon 2 more with our hero power. Getting them real low, which is really nice. I wish I had Sire in hand, though. Okay, so I guess they randomly generated a true silver, which is interesting. Oh, that would have been nice a turn earlier, but oh well. Let's kill that. Summon 2 there. Then we can kill 1 there. Then just go face. And then kill the other one. Okay, so it looks like they're pure Questline Paladin. And that actually kind of makes a little bit of sense. I know people have been trying to experiment with having both of them together. I honestly don't think that's probably the best idea in the world, but it is what it is. And again, I guess they could not be pure too, and they're just running Snob to run Snob. I don't know what I would cut out of the deck to make it work a little bit better if I was going to run Snob. We're just going to play down a bunch of minions here, then pass the turn back. Hopefully they don't have a equality. It could, but you never know. Oh, they're going to put up a wall of taunts. That's going to be a little bit frustrating to deal with. What are they going to target here, though? Probably the Prince Renathal, I'd assume. Okay, so the light ray is nice. Let's draw 3, see what we can actually get. Stand against the darkness, peasant, second equality. Okay, that doesn't do what I want it to do. We put down the Peasant and the Light Ray, and hopefully next turn we'll be able to just deal with this. And we do get the questline reward in our hand, which isn't the best idea to keep it there, especially in a mirror match, because they could have Theatar. Okay, so they have Countess. So I guess they were Peer. I don't think that's worth, Peer questline Paladin. I want to try out Pure Paladin, I just don't know how I do it, to be honest. I would prefer to have some more unique opportunities, because Secret Paladin is something that I thought about doing with it, but then I also want to run the neutral card, and that isn't possible in Pure. Well, there's Light Ray. We can put down Carriel just to buff up everything. We only have to get through 3 taunts here, and then just go face with, I guess, the right Ray, and then win the game. Okay, time for a game against Hunter. This opening hand is not a good starting hand, so we are going to mulligan everything besides the questline away. Less goods and promotion isn't a bad start, though. Okay, so we are going first. City tax. City tax isn't bad. Just need a quality. Vicious Spear, which is alright. See what we get off of less goods. Reckoning is pretty good, especially if they buff everything up here. Then next turn we can hero power and use promotion. Spirit Poacher, that's fine. I was kind of hoping that they would have buffed up the Naga, but oh well. Oh, Light Ray's interesting. Just going to do what I said I was going to do, though. It gets us a weapon to hit their face with and puts a taunt in between our face and them, so... Okay, so... Oh, Sire is nice if we had anything else and it wasn't this early on. What do I actually want to do here? We could use the bridge just to put down the bridge. But let's trade this in, see what we can get. Promotion is fine. It should trigger part of our quest line, then we can just keep going face. Okay, so they're going to use Wild Spirits. Get some things out. There we go. They're going to trigger our secret, which is real nice. And get rid of their other minion. Okay, now we just have 1 taunt in our way. Stand in the Darkness is good, but we're going to put down the bridge first. I'm just hoping they don't have Theatar in hand, because they guarantee have Sire if they do. Okay, that is going to be a little bit annoying to deal with. We're going to have to allow it to stay on board for a turn, which is not something I wanted to say, but we are. Okay, just going to use Stand in the Darkness. This isn't a 2-cost card yet, but we do want to get the buff on it. Protect our face a little bit more, too. We have 3 taunts. That's going to be so annoying to deal with. Okay, there's a ramming mount. Okay, Slither Sphere. Number 2. Night of Atonement would have been nice a little bit earlier, but oh well. Just going to ram it into these taunts real quick. Then ram into the Raj. Macro roll is really nice to see. Allows us to heal up and trigger 2 parts of our quest line. Just going to keep on healing up. I think we need to Holy Macro roll, but I think the greedy play might be to hero power. Healing, I think, is the safer bet, to be honest. Because all we have to deal with is a 5-3 and a 1-3. Which I know can get pretty big pretty quickly, but... I Okay, we're going to kill the Trog, which will trigger the infuse on the Fool. There's the second bridge. I'm going to put down a Protector, kill that, and then kill a 2/2, and then we can just go face. Then put down the Sush. Silverhand Recruit probably is better. Because I keep forgetting to not finish the quest line when I have not enough mana to actually play it. I mean, they had 0 cards in hand, so unless they top decked Theotar, which would have been even more frustrating than normal. Going to aim shot one of our minions, then go face. Okay, we have the bridge, then we can put down Cariel, mix her into a 9/9, and then we can attack into the minion just to attack into it. Sire is getting pretty big here, so we might be able to actually finish off the game just with the Sire. Okay, they're going to use Steady Shot. Oh, Alliance Bannerman's kind of funny. Going to heal up with the Sire just to do that and hit their face. Doesn't give them lethal, but they give up anyways. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. Overall, this deck had a 50% win rate across the 20 games I actually played with it, which was relatively alright. Kind of a bit higher than I actually had originally expected, because I have tried to make this deck work quite a few times since the release of Castle Nathria, since we did get a lot of new support for this deck. But there are 2 cards in this version of the deck that I actually included this time around, unlike my previous versions, where I was using things like Ramp Commander so I could generate additional tokens to actually fuel into the questline, or even a school teacher. I replaced both of those cards with Alliance Bannerman and Light Ray. Light Ray allows you to actually have a easy 0-cost minion to do the Sire combo with Kale, or it also allows you to have a 1-cost card if you draw it before it becomes discounted to 0, which has actually come up a few times when I was playtesting this build. And Alliance Bannerman just allows you to buff up all your really cheap minions, thus allowing you to have a little bit of an easier time to make your other minions stick on the board that might have targets on their back, such as Iron Deep Trog or Peasant. Overall, this is probably a pretty good deck to try out if you are a fan of Paladin, and honestly isn't the worst one in the world. I wish it was a little bit stronger, however, but I still could easily recommend this because I did have a 50-50 win rate with it, and it was quite a bit of fun to actually play. However, if you are getting tired of running Sire and everything, then this might not be the deck for you. Maybe you could try out something like Lady Prestor instead. Otherwise, like always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.